Pullman has been piled with snow, and the city has a plan to remove it. What the city is going to do.
The Cougar football team is helping the community. What did they do when the snow wasn't stopping? Murrow News 8 starts now.
Murrow News 8 from the Northwest.
Good evening, I'm Christian Garza.
And I'm Alan Lester. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
City of Pullman has included snow removal as part of their snow and ice control program. The removal process began after the city decided the recent snowfall is an extreme circumstance. Today's removal was focused near downtown businesses, with the city removing the snow around elementary schools Thursday morning at 3 a.m.
Having trouble shoveling your driveway? Well, WSU football is here to help. The WSU football team is offering their assistance to community members who are physically unable to shovel driveways and sidewalks. We spoke to football team's assistant director of player personnel, Ryan Robinson, who says there's a lesson behind this effort.
That's a big Coach Rollo thing, is we're going to be about actions, not words. We're going to say we're going to do stuff, and we're going to do it. We really want the guys to realize that small tasks can be big to people. Like, people don't think shoveling snow is big, but when you can't do it, it's big.
To get some help if you need it, you can contact Robinson. His email, ryan.o.robinson@wsu.edu. New coronavirus cases in Whitman County are down by nearly 50% as Whitman County Public Health reports that there were 73 new cases coronavirus confirmed over the last 2 weeks. That's down from 121 new cases that were reported a week ago. The coronavirus activity level in Whitman County has dropped to near the bottom of the moderate range at 146 per 100,000 people. 6 new cases of coronavirus were confirmed in Whitman County on Wednesday. All of the new patients are in the age group 59 and younger. There have been 3,265 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Whitman County since the start of the pandemic.
President Joe Biden has rejected the $50,000 forgiveness plan pushed by other Democrats. President Biden made it clear on Tuesday night during the CNN's town hall that he disagrees with other members of his party who want to cancel $50,000 of student debt per borrower because they feel like the $10,000 per borrower doesn't go far enough. Biden argues that the government shouldn't forgive debt for people who went to Ivy League schools.
President Biden said on Tuesday that every American who wanted a COVID-19 vaccine would be able to get one by the end of July this year. Mr. Biden made the comment during a town hall meeting hosted by CNN in Milwaukee. He then qualified the remarks slightly, telling the host Anderson Cooper that the doses would be available at the end of July. He also said he did not expect it to take months to get shots into people's arms.
The United Kingdom is set to be the first country in the world to run a COVID-19 human trial. Up to 90 volunteers aged 18 through 30 will be exposed to the virus in the trial. The study aims to discover the smallest amount of virus needed to cause infection and increase understanding of how the virus affects people.
As of this morning, millions of Texans are still without power as winter storms continue. According to grid operators, outages will be reduced over the course of today. Former Texas Governor Rick Perry says that having power is a sacrifice Texans should be willing to make if it keeps federal regulations out of the state's power grid.
According to CNN, over 3 million people are without power across the United States. Winter storms are impacting customers in Texas, Oregon, Louisiana, Kentucky, Mississippi, West Virginia, and Ohio.
Rush Limbaugh, the conservative media icon who for decades used his perch as the king of talk radio to shape politics of both the Republican Party and nation, died Wednesday after a battle with cancer. Limbaugh announced in February 2020 that he had been diagnosed with advanced lung cancer. Limbaugh continued to host his show that he had been doing for 32 years while undergoing treatment, and told his listeners that he remained hopeful that he would beat the disease. He was 70 years old.
There has been about 20 traffic accidents since February 8th due to the snowy weather. The Pullman police responded to 4 reports of stuck vehicles on Monday. One cyclist went to the hospital after sustaining minor injuries in a collision. None of the collisions have been fatal, and Pullman PD Sergeant Chris Engel says the number of crashes have been fairly low despite the weather.
A WSU professor is starting to climb the music charts.
How much more snow can you expect to shovel out of your driveway? More to come on Murrow News 8.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right. No employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
WSU professor's jazz album rises to the top of the charts. Professor and jazz studies coordinator at WSU, Greg Yazinski, released a new album titled Yaz Band, New Normal. The album was released on Origin Records, a top jazz label, and is in 136 on the Jazz Week's 300 chart. You can find this album available on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, and other sites.
The Pullman Arts Commission is recommending that the Pullman City Council should approve a design that includes Black Lives Matter for the city's End Racism Now mural. The End Racism Now mural project is the result of an online petition started by a local Black Lives Matter group that called for a BLM mural to be painted on Main Street in downtown Pullman. The mural will be funded by private donations, and the Arts Commission is extending the call for artists to consider additional designs.
Whitman County Commissioners met Tuesday to discuss plans for handling the inclement weather. According to the County Public Works Director Mark Story, the commissioners did not want the snow to get ahead of them, so they had crews work over the holiday weekend to plow the snow. Story said this was expensive for the county, but the commissioners are trying to prevent the fallout that happens with the fast melt. The weather forecast predicts an increase to 44 degrees on Friday. It's certainly been a snowy week here in Pullman, and for more to come, here's Sigmund Soroka reporting the weather forecast.
Thank you, Christian. Today was a little bit nicer than it has been the last couple of days, with some sunshine this morning and no snow flurries. But lately there's been a lot of overcast, and we never really got out of freezing today. It was about 31 degrees, 20 degrees as a low. You got a slight breeze coming out of the west, about 6 miles an hour, and the sun got up way earlier than I did today before 7 a.m. Looking forward, tomorrow it should be a little bit warmer, have a high of 34 with a low of 31, but unfortunately Mother Nature's not through with us yet. There's going to be some snow coming down and some stronger winds out of the southeast, about 14 miles an hour. Once again, I'm pretty sure the sun's going to beat me getting up, but I'm going to beat it going down, I can tell you that much. We'll take a look at the map for the state of Washington. Shockingly, it was sunny on the west side. You wouldn't have believed that with all the snow they've gotten the last couple of days, but looking at highs around 46, 45 degrees, lows above freezing. Weather should be getting a lot nicer over there. Yakima, it was a little bit cloudy, but still had some sunshine, just like the Tri-Cities did. Their highs are about low 40s, upper 30s, but they should be prepared for some slick road conditions coming up later this evening. And then over here on the east side of the state, we got Spokane, had some sunshine, and then Pullman had a little bit of sunshine, but like I said, right around freezing. It's going to be kind of rough today. Expect some icy road conditions when you're going out and bundle up. Taking a look at our 5-cast, we'll be moving in tomorrow, Thursday. We're going to have snow. Like I said, Mother Nature's not through with us just yet. She's going to be hammering us all week, laying on layers and layers of clothes and snow to be prepared to get through the next 5 days. Weathers will be getting warmer, should be getting some rain. Might make it kind of icy in the evenings with those lows right around freezing, but ultimately it shouldn't be too bad. Expect some really cold temps and wear a lot of layers. Back to the desk. Thank you, Christian.
A WSU football receiver is leaving the team.
And a women's basketball player wins her 7th award. We'll be right back.
On Friday, Washington State junior receiver Jameer Calvin announced that he will be leaving the Cougs as a graduate transfer via his Twitter. Calvin is the 5th Coug to enter the NCAA transfer portal since the end of the 4-game 2020 season. He went on to say that it was the hardest decision to make and that he will always be a Coug for life. Women's basketball player Charlotte Leiger Walker was named the Pac-12 Freshman of the Week for the 7th time. Leiger Walker's 29-point performance against Arizona State University marks the 10th time this season that the freshman has scored 20 or more points in a game. She becomes only the 3rd player in Pac-12 history to earn Pac-12 Freshman of the Week honors 7 or more times. After 2 days of the Sunny Devil Winter Classics, the Washington State women's golf team remains in 8th place. Senior Marie Lou Hansen and sophomore Jay Han each maintain a spot inside the top 20 on the players' leaderboard, as well as being 1 stroke shy of 7th place heading into today's final round.
Which NBA star could have received football passes from Russell Wilson?
We'll tell you after the break.
The NBA Lookout in 2011 almost gave us a look at LeBron James in shoulder pads and a helmet. Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll offered James a personalized jersey and invitation to try out before the NFL's 2011 season. Although we never saw the king on the turf, many speculated he could have been a Seahawks starting tight end. Thanks for watching. If you missed anything in this previous newscast, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
More news can be found at nwtv.org/mn8, and you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night.